brothers, our sons. We will find him. We will have our revenge.
The number one was just a complete, wonderful little compact European thriller, a one-off. And however, Luc Besson, the producer and co-writer, had propositioned a couple of ideas and came back with this scenario. I remember thinking, yeah, this could maybe work. It's rooted in something real, you know?
He's here. I want all three of them alive.
Listen to me carefully, Kim. Your mother is going to be taken. I mean, what I liked about these Taken films is, like, it's a guy trying to be a father, albeit an overprotective one. That's essentially his role in life, and that's kind of 100% of his energy goes into that. And suddenly he's called into the field. And people are going to come for you too.
What are you going to do?
What I do best.
Peter, this is a curious third act for Liam Neeson, who's this very earthy, intense, gritty actor who played Oscar Schindler and Rob Roy and Alfred Kinsey, and is now basically playing Richard Littlejohn.
Yeah, I mean, he's this action hombre now, and I've got to admit, you've got to admire his absolute professionalism, because he gives this role exactly what he gave Oscar Schindler. There's no indication in his face that it's anything less than all these other roles he's done in the past. He always brings to it this statuesque presence and always treats it as if it's an absolute serious job, like all his other jobs. And there's something slightly surreal about that. I mean, I admire him. I even kind
Is
of
that the saving grace, though, of the film?
I don't know. It's a very silly. It's a very, very silly. Taken 2 has such silly stuff in it. I mean, it's put together with a certain amount of chutzpah. It is a bit silly. The twist on it now is that he gets kidnapped, which is all a bit weird. So he has to somehow make signals to his daughter to find him, and now she's got to rush around. It's slightly less violent. I can't believe I'm saying that, because it's very violent. It has the classic Luc Besson trope of people getting shot in the face at very close range, usually in hotel corridors. Interestingly, this is a 12A, and the first Taken was a 15.
Yeah.
It's still quite violent, to be honest with you, and maybe that 12A is a little bit on the controversial side.
The other controversy, do you have a problem with who's getting shot in the face?
It's, you know, Muslims, basically. There's lots of shots of the Turkish national flag. Basically, it's Muslims, although that's never made explicit. But certainly Europeans...
and greasy and vicious.
And incredibly incompetent.
Yeah.
I mean, they leave him unguarded in this basement while they sit around their telly watching football of all the... that is to say, soccer, of all the... I mean, short of actually watching the Ryder Cup, there's nothing more un-American they could have been doing. But, of course, they're very stupid because they leave him alone. So he manages to kind of, you know, signal to his daughter. But there's no torture this time. Back in the day, back in 2008, at the tail end of the last presidency, a bit of good old-fashioned Jack Bauer torture, sort of Frankie Fraser wiring your testicles up to the mains. That's cool. That's absolutely fine. Nowadays, we're a little bit more squeamish about that, and it doesn't happen. So we're all a little bit touchy-feely and politically correct, I have to say, about torture. So there isn't as much torture.
The ending, rather tantalisingly, leaves it open for a Taken 3. But then you think, who's left? You know, is it going to be the dog who gets taken?
I don't know. Maybe he's got lots of other relatives that we don't know about.
Aunt Jemima.
Yeah, exactly. She's going to be snatched as well. Maybe Ralph Fiennes could come back and reprise his role from Schindler's List and be the baddie.
Where is he?